Another thing that came up this week, hockey started everywhere with all the teams. Uh, the Mitch Marner, we'll talk about the Leafs here. The Mitch Marner contract came up again this week because he was presented to the media and he goes, "Listen, I will answer all your questions, but I'm only answering hockey talk. I'm not talking about contracts." Because all last year, they don't know now if he's gonna resign or if they're gonna trade him, this or that. What's your take on whether they should trade him or not and the situation?
I think Marner is the second best player on the team. No, like he wasn't there in the playoffs, but he's one.
Arguably, I can say Nylander, but yeah, I think Nylander in the last 2 years showed. But besides whether he's the best player on the team, what do you think? Should they re-sign him? Should they trade him? What do you think of the situation? What's going on? How it's been?
I definitely wouldn't be signing Marner.
No,
Why not? No, I guess he's not. Toronto has this playoff problem, man. We don't these guys. They have these amazing players for the regular season. We're talking about playoffs here. We have to think way ahead here. We want the cup. How are you gonna get the cup with Marner? Never.
I don't think the problem is they're going to win with Marner or not. I think the issue is it's management and the way they manage this team is that they're not going to get anywhere. See, the problem is I don't think they should sign him, and I don't think they will re-sign him. Because I think they fucked up from the beginning with Matthews and Marner on their last contracts. Why go give in to these players just because they're young, they're great prospects, they're going to be the face of your team? Go give them a short-term contract of 5 years at $10 million. You're putting yourself, when you're a team, at the risk of reaching that window where you can win the Stanley Cup, putting yourself in a position where you're closing that window shorter than leaving it open to compete.
Hey, what's up, everybody? You're part of the family, right? So if you're part of the family, take care of one another, right? We're giving you some good content, make you laugh, make you smile. Just make us smile now. And press that like button. Subscribe. Get that notification bell. Trust me, you'll be happy you do.
A couple of more years. So if they would have signed them for 7-8 years, they wouldn't have had that problem with Matthews and Marner. They could have still competed the next couple of years. Matthews wouldn't have been in a crazy contract, and if they would have had those 2 horrible seasons in the playoffs where they got blown out of the water, they could have brought in more players or restructured and had the money to spend. But now they're screwed. They've been screwed last year. They're going to be screwed this year. They're screwed the year before. That's the problem is not, they'll keep blaming the players for not producing in the playoffs, but the problem is the management, the way they spent the money. It's forcing them not to bring in players to fix the problem. That's where I think it is. They should have never given them 5-year contracts, and now they're screwed.
Let me ask you something. Toronto, what needs to be fixed? Because forwards, I think they're stacked up more. The defense, goalie? What do you think? If you got rid of Marner,
yeah, but the thing
what would they need to replace?
But whatever they need, they don't have the money for it. You have Tavares on the getting paid $11 million.
Yeah, I'd rather get rid of Tavares than Marner.
It's not that they mismanaged the way they spent their money on their top players. They I think they had 75% of their salary on 4 of their 4 forwards: Marner, Matthews, Tavares, and Nylander. Come on, how do you expect to bring in quality players on defense and in goalie and on your bottom 6? Because your bottom 6, it's important to compete. Then you want to blame your top guys. You can't. Yes, they have to compete. They have to show up every night, but you can't blame them. If you don't have a supporting cast, it's a team. It's a team sport. It's not an individual sport. Much as there are rivalry to the Habs, you got to see the bigger picture.
How
they're badly managed. Badly managed.
Have you noticed in the draft picks? What has Toronto been picking? Like defensemen?
Toronto making the playoffs. I didn't.
I'm curious. Maybe they went crazy on the forwards and they're hoping to get lucky drafting
but the thing is,
defensemen.
their window was now. In these last 2 years, but now their window is shorter than it should be because of their financial situation.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's a shitstorm in Toronto. Plus, the media there doesn't help. It's just like here,
Yeah.
So,
Need some Kent Hughes little money management course because they're having
if he gets
issues.
traded, he's gonna have to go to a team that's willing to pay him over $10 million, and it's gonna be a competitor. I don't see him coming here. I don't like his attitudes. He's a good player, but when he first came into the league, I loved him. And now I don't.
He turns me off too.
Turns me off now. But Marner.
Does he turn you on or off, Manny?
Not me,
all the
Marner, huh?
Tony all the time.
Oh, that's my take on
Good